This is because of Blaze. We are playing Wytchwood today, and we're gonna start a different. We've already done the bear. I don't know if I've started the ox, but let's have a look. No, it's the leech. Okay, let's track that. Yeah, let's track the leech. I believe the swamp is up north? Right? Yes, swamp. Okay. Let's see. What are these? Skeeters. I need a smoke pellet and a logger's hatchet. Snail. Mud. Bloodsucker. Spirit salts. What else? Ooh. Dragonfly bait stick. Hold on. I can make one bait stick. Smoke pellets. I don't have the... Ooh, unveiling powder. Okay. Hold on. Inventory. And make the spirit salts. Okay. Let's see. Hatchet. Nice. Got a whole bunch of things. Okay. Anything else? Spirit salts. No, nothing else. Okay. Slip. Oh, hello, Froggo. Come back here. Frog, run away. Okay, never mind. Oh, spirit salts. Or, stuff for spirit salts. Mushrooms. Fowl. Chop. Oh, what are you? Poisonous newt. Okay. Eye of newt. I don't know what it's used for. Goblins and bandits. Looks like I need to capture some snails. She told me I needed to go to the far northwest side. Should craft one of these. Make a couple. Put another stake down. Yay! More dragonfly things. Okay. I'll go this way. Oh, frogs. Froggo. Come back here. Oh, this looks like it's not a great place. But all the places here aren't too great. I am a witch after all. This is a swamp. A forgotten corpse now anchored to the stump. Swamp by thistles grown through it. Interesting. How do I sacrifice and cheers? How do I make a sacrifice? Craftable, I have that. Roast beast, magic paste, okay. Roast beast requires this. Requires this. Magic paste needs looks like I need some water. Make a couple of these. Okay. Put some frogs. Useful frogs. Okay, let me go fill my jar up so I can best this beast. Yes, get some water. Need soporific potion. And now I can make a sacrifice. Frog. Nice. Let's take our sacrifice to this beast. What are you called? A drake. Oh. What do I need on you? Shears. Snip. Snip. Oh, I got a drake fang. He's now asleep. Oh. Wait, that's all I get? I accept. It will be useful later on. As I collect froggies. Ooh. Found another one. Embalming salts. Ah! Do you want snag vine? I have enough to craft one. Up. Nice. Totemic moondrop. Oh. Interesting. Icon. Shears for the thistle. More snagline. What are you? Oh. Keep going. Where's the map? Is this the sick house? Yes. Let's go to the sick house and find out about the leech. Hello, ma'am. Hold on now. This sick house is full to the brim and festering with disease. Don't you know there's a deadly plague going around? The plague, you say? This is the first I've heard of it. Oh, it's terrible. It affects the young and old, the healthy and infirm alike. We're so swamped with patients, I can barely catch my breath. Oh dear. So what are you doing out here? Shouldn't you be inside tending to the ill? We've just got so many bodies piling up. Someone has to bury them before they spread the sickness further. She drops her voice to a whisper, looking ashamed. It's gotten so crowded, I've even had to dump some into the swamp. Well, that seems unethical. But don't worry. The leech is inside, working her miracles on the other patients. They couldn't be in better hands. The leech? That's the doctor of this place? The best in the land. I don't dare think about how much worse it would be without her skills. I need to speak to her. I'm checking up on someone who came through here. Sorry, I cannot on good conscience allow a person of your years to enter such an infectious space without a proper inoculation, but with all the patients we're low on medicine and I'm afraid I don't have any to spare. What's a simple booster shot made from anyway? Excuse me. Ooh-wee. There's plenty of medicinal ingredients right here in the swamp. I'll go get them myself. Well, it's a pretty basic prescription. If you bring me the components, I'll be able to mix and administer it. Then you can go inside. I'll need 3 milligrams of blood extract, 5 grams of toxic thistle powder, and some lazy grass to numb the pain. I have it all. You place a sloshing jar of ichor in the nurse's hand. She inspects it suspiciously, but doesn't ask where it came from. I'll need 3 milligrams of blood. Well, okay. Here's the toxic thistle. And here's the lazy grass. The nurse takes the dried grasses, which you have been so careful to keep intact, and immediately crushes them into a powder. The nurse nods at you, gathering all the ingredients into a small hand-sized mortar, and you hold your breath as she mashes everything into a slimy, stinky liquid. Not the most pleasant stuff, but I can assure you it beats growing lumps where no lumps should be. Speak for yourself. One can never have enough lumps. The nurse shrugs at you and sucks up the bubbling mixture into an oversized syringe. She gestures for you to hold out your arm. After stabbing into your flesh several times, she fails to find any veins with the point of the needle. Sorry, you seem to have some strange physiology. Give it here, I'll do it. You seize the injector and jab it into your arm without further fuss. The cool sensation climbs into your fingertips. You doubt the medicine will have any effect, but at least it should make the nurse happy. There, I feel much better. Can I go inside now? Oh, yes. Yes, of course. You should be immune to the plague for the time being. Just be quick, the leech is very busy. Okay, into the door. Into the sick house, where I probably should be myself. The doctor slithers from one patient to another, checking off little boxes on a clipboard. From under her wide-brimmed hat, she appears to notice you enter, but pays you no mind. You must be the leech. I was hoping you could help me find one of your patients. Do you have the symptoms? Crackling of the bones, oozing eyes, skin rot, perhaps a yellow liver? Let's get you examined. The leech extends her toothy snout, prodding your body and searching for some hidden malignancy. You slap her away with a swift palm. If it is sickness you're looking for, you won't find it on me. My dear, we are all sick with something, whether it's a broken heart or a broken arm. We all suffer in one way or another. You peer through her tightly wrapped garments and see a deep darkness underneath. Despite the warmth in her words, there is a sense of hunger and urgency in her tone. I am here to heal, to mend, to put all of your troubles at ease. Now tell me, what ails you? I told you already, I'm in perfect health. I'm here to find someone, a man who came through here with a sprained ankle. Half the patients who come to me haven't twisted this or broken that. Before the pox sets in, that is. Can you be more specific? What does he look like? Oh, I'm not sure. Well then, how do you expect me to help you? Come back to me when you know what who you're looking for. You look about the sick house at the coughing, wheezing, bedridden souls. Perhaps some of them will be able to identify the missing husband. I miss that man with the beard? You don't know where that short fellow got to, eh? It's the beardy guy you're looking for? Bleh. There was a fellow with dark hair, dark eyes. Leave me alone. Blech. Okay. Crimson wine. Thick, dark wine that clings to the inside of the bottle. Interesting. They're sleeping. Looks like they could use the rest. A husband? Yeah, he had a darker complexion than me. Oh. Bleh. You don't know where that short fellow got to, eh? Can't find the short guy? Sorry, I can't help you. It's the beardy guy you're looking for. The patient just stares into distance, silent. Well, do you have any better idea who exactly you're looking for? Shorter than most. I'm going to need a bit more than that. Darkened features. Narrowing it down, give me something else. Had a grand moustache? Your mind mustn't be what it used to be. No one matching that description has come through here. Oh, let's try again. Shorter than most. Okay. Darkened features. Okay. Wore a full beard. Ah, yes! I remember that poor man now. He came with a swollen ankle, but in his journey through the swamp he must have contracted the plague. His condition declined rapidly. I'm sorry to say, in the end there wasn't much I could do for him except make him comfortable. He's dead? What sort of sick house is this anyway? My condolences, really. But if you'll excuse me, I have to get back to doing what I can for the living. At least tell me where his wife might collect his body. The nurse outside seemed to be having trouble keeping track of them all. I'm sorry. That information is served for next of kin. Judging by your physique, I wouldn't say you were related to the deceased in the slightest. The doctor turns away from you, preparing vials and medicine. Better return to the old woman in the swamp with the bad news. Oh dear. As I expected, he would be dead. And I think the leech has something to do with it. Let's read these at least. No, not interactable? Oh well. She's gonna be devastated. These are useful. I wish I knew how many I had. Only 3. Okay. Which way to the woman of the swamp? Up. Okay. Okay. Do you have any news on my husband? He should have been back from the sick house by now. You bow your head in condolence. I'm sorry to say that your husband has passed away. The leech said he fell ill with the plague. Rather than grief, an expression of mild annoyance crosses the woman's face. Oh, what a nuisance. You don't seem that upset by the news. Well, he was getting on in years. It was bound to happen sooner or later. I just didn't think it would be from some measly plague of all things. So, where is the fool now? I'm not sure. The leech wouldn't tell me, but her assistant mentioned having to dispose of the dead out in the swamp. Brimstone and Bandersnatch. I know I'm already in your debt, sister, but can I ask you for another favor? I suppose I've really stuck my foot in this mess. What is it? There's an old circle of power just west of here. It served me well in my younger years. I expect it's still got some juice left, and you should dust it off and fire it up again. I'd go do it myself, but by the time I get there, my poor husband's body could already be reduced to warm parts. What am I to do with the circle? You're a knowledgeable lass. The engravings on the obelisks should explain the rest. Oh, obelisks in the swamp? Hold up. Obelisks in the swamp. Oh. Probably have something to give it or some sort. Ow. Ow. Okay. Time to make some healing poultice. Mending poultice, I mean. Yeah. Where is this obelisk? Need to snag mine it. Had enough. There. Let's make a couple of these. Dye by new. Stack. Where is this circle? Is it this? No. Obelisk. Am I blind to what this obelisk might be? No? Oh. Okay. This way. Ah, we found the obelisk. Okay. What does it say? Rooted, ornamented, adorned. You brush off a blanket of thick moss and lichen from the ancient magical pattern carved into the earth. The essence of power wakes at your touch, bringing slight warmth to your fingertips. 4 black stone obelisks surround the ritual spot. You'll need to scrape off more overgrown decay to read the runic lettering engraved on their surfaces. The southern obelisks ask for a collection of body fluids to breathe new life into an unliving vessel. Oh. Okay, I can make this. Let's ask for this. What is the first one? You can have these. You fill the bowl with an offering of tonic fluids. The fluid slowly disappears as if being drained by some unseen thirst, until only the wet residue remains. This one wants necromantic charm. Pumpkin jack bone. Huh. Okay. I don't know what the last one wants. Northern obelisk calls for proof of the dead. The afterlife is nothing if not bureaucratic. A death certificate from the leech would fit the bill. Oh. Eastern obelisk yearns for the tooth of the dragon. Drake flag, we got that already. Nice. Okay. I need to go to the fields. Let's go to the leech first. She seems closer. totally going to ask me for something. Annoying her. The shadowy doctor prowls amongst the cots, eyeing the weakest patients with a dark hunger. She snaps a quivering tentacle at you as you approach. Not a step closer. Who knows what sort of disgusting maladies you might be carrying. Yes, I'm a pox-ridden wretch, I know, but I need a death certificate from you, specifically of the short-bearded man we spoke about. His wife is in no condition to roll her chair through the swamp, so she asked me to collect it for her. I don't simply give out death certificates to anyone claiming to be someone's aunt, grandmother, or friend. This is a legitimate operation. She turns her back to you and rummages through a nearby medicinal closet. Now, where has that serum got to? Don't tell me we're already out. What's the matter, out of stock? It's a shame you don't have the time to go out yourself. She tenses at your continued presence. What are you getting at? Medicine for that death certificate. I think that's a fair trade, don't you? You would barter when people's lives are on the line? Fine, you have your paperwork, you filthy degenerate. You clearly too angry to speak with you. She shoves a list of required medicinal supplies into your hands. You're not entirely sure how she'd be using this. You give her these and a skeeter snoot. Oh gosh. She inspects the barbs before placing each of them carefully into a velvet-lined container alongside other excruciating-looking instruments. That's plain as sight. Let me make those poultices. One more. She wanted how many? 3. Good. The leech stuffs the poultice into an unsanitary-looking cabinet without a second glance. I've run your errands. Now I really must insist on that death certificate. There's no need to get prickly. I have your papers right here. The leech extends her moist arm and thrusts a poorly written note into your hands. You shake the mucus from the paper and try to decipher the loopy, illegible scribbles. You're not even sure that the leech spelled the poor man's name right, but you suppose it's better than nothing. Next time I need a doctor's note, I'm better off forging the signature myself. You crumple the note into a tight scroll for safekeeping. Okay. Let us leave. I need a necromantic charm, which means I must go back to the fields. And we'll pay a visit to this obelisk. Running through, up to this, and then we go straight to the fields. Need pumpkin? How do I get pumpkin? Pumpkin. I believe there's a way to get pumpkin. Ooh, thank you. Pumpkins are this way. Where are the pumpkins? Looks like I'm missing an entire patch. Pumpkin. Oh. What are you? Snagvine, Logger's hatchet. Okay, let's make a couple, just in case. Logger's hatchet. Got you. There's another one here somewhere. Hatchet. Nice. Alright, let's get out of here. catch the frog and then go back. We still don't know what to do with the gnome. Okay. Our necromantic charm is done. Now let's offer them to the obelisk, which is somewhere over. Got this just in case. Bowls are nice to have for our vessels of liquid. This way? This way. Okay. This way. And then back to the swamp. And then to the obelisks. Western obelisk. Here's your necromantic charm. You place the token of undeath into the basin. It flutters like a candle for a moment before the shadowy umbra of the obelisk snuff it out. Adorned obelisk. You put the death certificate here. The humid swamp air has made the paper of the death certificate soft and damp. As you drop it into the bowl, it decomposes before your eyes, until nothing is left. With the final offering accepted, the obelisks surrounding the circle begin to hum. You can hear a strange melody playing through their discordant notes. The carvings on the ground burn with renewed energy, driving away the overgrowth. You're quick to step away as you feel a vacuous force pull at the circle's center. I suppose that's done the trick. Let's see what the writing has to say for itself now. You rotate your head to read the glowing letters on the edge of the circle. Paste the vessel of the deceased, yada yada, recite the evocation of necrodermis, blah blah, apply the canopic ointment. Right. Seems straightforward enough. All I need to do now is go fetch the body of that poor fool husband. He should be here in the swamp somewhere. Oh. Where could it be? Let's check the corpses. There is one corpse there. This must be where that nurse has been dumping the surplus of corpses. I need to take a closer look at each one to find the right fellow. Not the right body. Does not fit description. No, not that one either. No? This one? Where on earth is that stinking body? You'd think I'd be able to find him among the dead here. You watch a particularly bloated fly land on a rotting hand poking out of the milk. Its disgusting proboscis probes at the withered flesh. Two globular red eyes slowly undo themselves and struggle to boggle at the insect. The huge slime-covered tongue lashes out and pulls the hapless fly into a gaping, toothless maw along with most of the sunken corpse. Well, I suppose that explains where my misplaced man went. Frog King. Croak. What can it be? Has a lovely young morsel wandered its way into my place? You call this filthy bog a palace? He throws his head back, shaking the swamp with burbling laughter. Smaller frogs and newts scurry out of the way to avoid being crushed by his enormous bulk. Ha ha ha. Would you? This place is a veritable bounty of insects, and my subjects have healthy appetites. So they all grow big and strong. I'd eat you too, but the head of yours looks much too hard. I prefer my food to be nice and tender. Look, wouldn't perchance have seen an old man pass through here, have you? About yay high, full beard, deadish. The frog taps his fingers against the log, grinning an impossibly large grin. Oh yes, I do believe I've seen the chap. He had such a delectable aroma and fall off the bone ribs. But I'm sorry to say that once something goes down the hatch, it never sees the light of day again. We'll see about that. I'm sure I can come up with some just desserts for you. The frog rolls his eyes round and around as if daring you to try something. Oh, digestive tablets. I can make those. Easy. Here. You wrap a juicy-looking grub around the medicinal tablets and offer it up to the Frog King. Your Majesty, I really must find the whereabouts of that gentleman. Perhaps this small tribute will persuade you to loosen your tongue. The frog gulps down the tantalizing meal without a thought. Ah, a delectable gift. Now, thank you, my pretty. And now, I already told you where. His nostril flare for a moment, and he sneezes, sending specks of wet mucus flying. The frog's throat suddenly expands, filling with gas. The belch that erupts from his lips resonates so loudly that the entire swamp ceases its buzzing. You avert your eyes, but the noise and smell of the frog's explosive eruption almost knock you off your feet. Great Glinda's ghost, what a stench! The frog wobbles on its legs, looking thoroughly emptied. He teeters before rolling his huge body back into the swamp with a thunderous splash. You spot the slippery body of the husband floating in the bog water. Luckily, he seems to be missing some bits and pieces, so he should hold up quite nicely. With some snapping and squeezing, you manage to get him down into a transportable size. You stuff into a satchel? Oh wow, okay. To the obelisk. The circle of power is ready and waiting for its necromantic purpose. You place the husband's body in the center. With considerable effort, you unfold the husband's decaying body from your satchel and slap it down in the middle of the circle. Invisible shackles wrap around the corpse's limbs and pull it spread eagle against the ground. A strange mist rises from the obelisks, casting everything in a sickening green light. Slowly but surely, the corpse begins to levitate off the ground. It rotates to face each obelisk one by one. Oh, get on with it. I haven't got all day. You give the rotting head a good kick as it passes by you. With a gasp of stale air, the body drops to the ground. Suddenly, it bolts upright. Okay. Reanimated husband. Am I supposed to talk to him? Well, hello there. You caused me a lot of trouble, you know that. The reanimated corpse claws at its throat. Oh, sorry. Wait a moment. Near your feet, you see a disembodied tongue flopping around on the ground like a worm. You scoop it up and quickly toss it into the man's gaping mouth. Though he moves his jaw, his lurching voice seems to emanate from someplace beyond. Murderer! What am I? I am not. You were quite dead when I found you. No, Leech murdered me. He clutches at his hollow chest as if trying to feel his heart beating. Gave me plague, drained my blood. Leech murdered others. He swings a limp arm towards the body-filled bog. I knew there was some awful stink about that sick house. What sort of doctor infects her own patients? Check her office. Find proof. Don't you worry, I'll make sure that parasite gets what's coming to her, but you should head back home. Your wife is worried half to death about you. He turns and looks longingly over his shoulder. You can hear his vertebrae popping. Yes, late. As he shambles into the choking mist, he gives you a crooked nod of thanks. Well, now for that leech. Yes, as I suspected, she was draining her patients of blood and killing them. After all, she is named the leech. Off to the office. While the leech is busy with her patients, you rifle through the contents of the various cabinets in her office, mostly dried herbs and potions. Nothing seems out of the ordinary, that is until you notice a suspicious-looking bookcase set against the wall. The books are all fake, just chopped down spines glued to a solid plank. Your fingers race across the medical titles and quickly find a loose volume. With the click of a switch, the whole bookcase swings open to reveal a secret compartment. Your heart jumps at the sight. Racks upon racks of bottled blood are arranged like fine wines. Each vessel meticulously catalogues the name, description, and age of its source. It looks like that thirsty slug has been sapping the living for years. On a nearby table, you spy a decanter half filled with ruby red liquid. You wonder whose blood it contains. A dash of salt would remind that slimy worm that there's worse things out there than bloodsuckers. Salted? Ah, spirit salts. You sprinkle a generous amount of embalming salts collected from the graves of the leech's victims into the decanter. As the salt dissolves into the bloody cocktail, you hear the telltale splurging of the good doctor's approach. What are you doing? Can't you see that this is my private office? I already helped you enough, so there's no reason you ought to be here. She hastily shuffles you out of the room. Now get out. This place is only for the sick. You're certainly right about that. You walked out of sight before doubling back to hide behind a withered get-well bouquet. You peer at the vexed leech as she slithers around her office, checking every cabinet and locker for tampering. She mutters something expletive about nosy old woman. Satisfied, she sighs with relief and reaches to pour herself a glass from the tainted decanter. That addition of black fever adds certain nutty quality. Maybe it will pair well with an infusion of peat moss palsy in the next batch. She takes a sip, waiting for just a moment before throwing her head back and guzzling it all down. Lovely sharp flavor, full body too. Suddenly the leech snaps to attention, her limbs dart out, writhing with uncontrollable gestures. She stabilizes herself against a table as sweat pools on her brow. The decanter shatters against the floor in an explosion of gloss. What is happening? The leech spasms as the tendril of ghostly spirits begin to suck the moisture from her body. You watch as she dwindles in size, shrinking to her like some horrible raisin. You inspect the mummified worm, pressing it between your fingers lightly. Drained by the very spirits she was supposed to be healing, in your fingertips you'd make out the faintest of heartbeats, the soul of the leech. Nice. You got a dried worm. What do you have to see? I don't believe it. This was happening right under my nose the whole time. The nurse takes good care of us. Air in here is cleaner somehow. I think I'm gonna be a few days yet. I'm feeling a lot better. Well, I'm glad everything is solved here in the sick house. And my coughing has reduced. So, I'll see you guys next time with the next installation of Wytchwood. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this. And I'm gonna go talk to the old lady. Yeah. Perhaps she has something she can say. I haven't quite figured out much beyond that. There's still that hulking beast in the middle of the road. In the swamp somewhere. Thank you, sister. He's good as new. Love. Bye. Alright. Toodles for now.